welcome to a very special edition of Bigger Bang Bubbles. Everybody say that with me. Bigger Bang Bubbles. My name is Professor Toto, and I'm here from Absolute Science. I'm going to be your guide for some absolutely amazing bubble creations today while I'm making bubbles. And because I'm from Absolute Science and I love science too, I'm going to be telling each and every one of you a little bit about the science of bubbles. Who's ready for some fun? I love to have fun. So let's get started right here in the little green bucket. Inside the little green bucket I have a little tiny bubble wand. And I also have a green cube made out of straws. On each side of the 6 parts of a cube is a little bit of bubble film. If you look very close, you can see something that almost looks like a bubble hourglass in the center. I'm going to blow a bubble and catch it inside the cube, and we'll all see what happens next. Watch this. Oh, that bubble popped. That's okay, I have lots of bubble solution. Let's dip this right in here. Get our bubble cube. Shake that just a little bit. Watch. I'm going to catch that right inside. Can you see what's in there now? Can you see that there's a bubble cube inside the bubble? Now I'm going to put a little bit of bubble smoke inside. Watch this. Whoa! A cube inside of a cube. You see, everyone, when 2 bubbles come together, they share a side. When 3 bubbles come together, they create a 120-degree angle. And when you put 6 bubbles together, they create a bubble cube. It's not just fun, it's actually bubble science. We made a bigger bang bubble. Whoa, I love bubbles. And there is a science to bubbles. But you know, everyone, I believe that there's also something magical about bubbles. Let me show you what I mean. Whoa, look at that. Something magical is in each and every bubble. Look at that. And if you believe in the magic of bubbles, you're gonna love this show. I know I love performing it. So let's do some more bubble creations. I'm going to do one of my favorite bubbles. Now, some of you may have seen this bubble before. I've done this bubble in my shows before. But this year, we have something really exciting. Each and every bubble is going to be bigger and better than before. I'm taking all of my bubbles up a notch. Let's do the next bubble. It's called a bubble caterpillar. I want all of you to help me count to see how many bubbles my caterpillar is. Here we go. That's the wormholes. And there's a wiggly jiggly caterpillar. But now we need to take it up a notch. It's a wiggly, jiggly caterpillar. It's bigger bang bubbles. Well, we've just added another element to our bubbles today. We've had air, and now we have bubble fog. So let's do another bubble using bubble fog. I'm going to do a bubble trampoline. How many of you kids have trampolines? Let's create a bubble trampoline. Help me count the bounces. 1, 2, 2 bounces. Let's do the bubble trampoline one more time, but this time with a special surprise. 1, 1, 2. Whoa! A bubble inside of a bubble. A bigger bang bubble. Now, because I'm from absolute science, I love everything to do with STEM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And right now, we're going to do a math-related bubble. I need 2 medium-sized bubbles. 1 here and 1 here. Now, boys and girls, what is 1 plus 1? 2. That's right. 1 plus 1 is 2. Unless 1 plus 1 actually is 1 plus 1 is still 1. Amazing! But 1 giant bubble isn't as much fun as lots of little bubbles. We made big bang bubbles. Well, now let's make some more bubbles. I'm going to... Wait. We've made smoke bubbles and we've made air bubbles. I think that it's time to make helium bubbles. Who would like to see some helium bubbles? I would love to make some helium bubbles, but I can't do that by myself. You see, today we're going to play a helium bubble game. Who would like to play a game today? Well, I'm going to need 3 volunteers from the audience to come up and play our game. Let's see, who should I pick? How about that fellow right there in the green shirt? Come right up here. The girl right there with the pink shorts, come right up. And, oh, how about that very nice lady there in the sweater? Give them all a big round of applause. Great, come right up here. And let's find out everyone's name. What is your name?
Mary.
This is Mary. Everybody say hi, Mary. And what's your name?
Kaylee.
This is Kaylee. Everybody say hi, Kaylee. And finally, what's your name, sir?
My name is Rick.
This is Rick. Everybody say hi, Rick. Well, today we are going to play a helium bubble game. Now, because we have a very special situation where we're doing our shows today, I'm going to have Rick and Mary kneel down. So they're about the same size as Kaylee because we want this game to be very, very fair. So let's get started with our game. I'm going to have 3 bubble helmets for my players to wear. Now, wait a minute, who said those look like salad bowls? These are not my salad bowls. They're my mom's. Don't tell her I borrowed them. So Rick, I'm going to have you put one of those on your head, just like that. Hold it with both hands, right there on the sides. Perfect. Kaylee, you get to hold one too. And one for Mary. Put those right on your head, just like that. Hold them just like that. Kaylee, I'm going to have you step forward just a little bit. Perfect. Now I'm going to spray each one of our helmets with a little bit of water. Just like, do you know why I'm spraying them with water? That's right, boys and girls. Anything that's dry will pop a bubble. The number 1 thing that pops bubbles is little kids' fingers. And that's exactly how we play our game today. So Mary, I would like to take your right hand off, point one finger up like this, and I'm going to put your hand right there. You are going to pop a bubble that I'm putting right there, a little bit lower, right there. And Kaylee, I want you to do the same thing. Put your hand right there, right about there, perfect. And Rick, do the same thing. Put your finger right there. Because I'm going to put a bubble right there on the top of our helmets. Then I'm going to put a helium bubble on top of that. The object of the game is for my 3 players to pop the bottom bubble, launching the helium bubble to the ceiling. Whoever's bubble reaches the ceiling first is going to be declared the winner. So let me get started by putting a bubble on each helmet. Now I'm going to get my helium. When I count to 3, our players are going to pop the bottom bubbles. And we'll see whose bubble reaches the ceiling first. Are you ready? Help me count to 3. Oh, Kaylee, I'm going to blow a bubble back for you right quick. Yours launched a little quick. 1, 2, 3. Pop the bottom bubbles. And we're going to see that Mary's bubble reached the ceiling first. So give Mary a big round of applause. And let's not forget to give a big round of applause to Rick and Kaylee. Everybody did a wonderful job today. Give them another round of applause. I will take your helmets. Thank you very much. You can take a bow and go right back to your seats. Give them another round of applause for doing a great job today. Well, so far today, we've done bubbles with air, we've done bubbles with fog, and we've done bubbles with helium. It's now time for yet another element. The element of danger. Everybody say, oh no! Oh yes, I love danger. And I have very special permission to do these next bubbles with all of our safety equipment in place. Always make sure that you have permission anytime that you are doing something that might be dangerous. Wait a minute, you're kids. You're not supposed to do anything that's dangerous. I'm a grown-up and I'm a scientist. I'm going to get my bubble tripod and my bubble paddle. I'm going to spray the bubble paddle with a little bit of water. Do you remember why I spray it with water? That's right, because it's dry, and anything dry will pop the bubbles. I'm going to start by blowing a bubble on the bottom of the paddle, just like this. And I'm going to put a little bit of bubble fog inside this bubble. Now watch this. Whoa! It's a bubble volcano! But you know, I promised all of you that I was going to step everything up a notch. So let's create another volcano. But this time, it's going to be even more exciting. I'm going to start with that same bubble on the bottom. Whoa! Look at that! It's a fiery volcano! It's a bigger bang bubble! Look at that! Now remember, boys and girls, I do have very special permission to do my fiery bubbles today. You should never play with fire. Leave that to us scientists. Whoa! Whoa! Amazing! Would you like to see some more fiery bubbles? Then I'm going to move this right out of the way, right over here, so I can go on to more fiery bubbles. It's time now for the fiery foamer of doom. Everybody say, oh no, not that. Oh yes, that. I have permission to use the fiery foamer of doom. I'm going to dip the fiery foamer of doom into the bubble juice, and I'm going to put some fiery foam right here in the middle of my bubble tray. In just a moment, I'm going to count to 3. And when I do, I am going to light the fiery foam on fire. And we are all going to explode in a huge fireball of doom. Well, maybe not, but let's find out. Are you ready? Help me count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! That was really cool. Or should I say that was really hot. But you know, I don't think I should be the only one who's having fun with the fiery foam of doom. I'm going to need 3 volunteers who are very brave to come up out of the audience. So let's see. Oh, there's a fellow right over there. He's wearing a green shirt. Let's have him come up. Oh, how about that girl right there in the blue shirt? And the lady right there in the jeans. Give them all a big round of applause. And let's find out what their names are. What's your name?
Mary.
This is Mary. Everybody say hi, Mary. And what's your name? This is Kaylee. Everybody say hi, Kaylee.
Hi.
And your name is, sir?
Rick.
This is Rick. Everybody say hi, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Wonderful. Well, I am going to ask each of you to put out your left hand. Your other left hand. Perfect. Your other left hand. Excellent job. In just a moment, I am going to fill all of their hands with the fiery foam of doom, and then I'm going to light it on fire. Are you ready? And wait a minute. I have an even better idea. Would you like to see something that's even more dangerous than the fiery foam of doom? You would? Let's make sure my volunteers are very brave. Are you more brave than to put this into your hand?
I can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm going to have the 2 adults get down on your knees again. So you're about the same size as Kaylee, because we are not going to do the fiery foam of doom. You can put your hands down. I'm not going to use your hands. I am instead going to use your heads. So Kaylee, I'm going to have you take 1 step forward, just a little bit right over there so I can get behind you. Excellent job. I am not going to use the fiery foam of doom. I am going to use the maniacal mohawk maker of mayhem. Everybody say, oh no, don't do it, Professor Toto.
Don't do it.
Yes, I'm going to do it. I am going to dip it right here in the bubble juice. When I do, I am going to put the fiery mohawk on their heads. That's right, the maniacal mohawk maker of mayhem is going to put foam on their heads. And then I'm going to count to 3 and light it on fire. So here we go. 1 for Rick. 1 for Kaylee. Kaylee, take a step right over this way so I can reach over to Mary. There we go. Now we have the mohawk of mayhem on their heads. On the count of 3, I am going to light it on fire. 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. I'm really not going to light it on fire. That would be far too dangerous. I just wanted to see how brave my volunteers were. And they really are brave. So give them a big round of applause. You can take a bow. And you can go right back to your seats. Great job. You can wear your mohawks. Oh, Kaylee's knocked hers off. That's okay. Rick's going to wear his. Give them another round of applause. Great job, volunteers. But I know all of you really did want to see a fiery mohawk, didn't you? You did? Well, then I really will bring up a volunteer who's going to wear the mohawk of fire. Oh, you can put your hands down. I already know who I'm going to pick. If you've ever seen one of my absolute science shows, you might recognize my next volunteer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting my lovely assistant, Vanessa! Everybody say hi, Vanessa. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to put Vanessa right here on my bubble tray, just like this. And I'm going to spray her hair with a little bit of water. Do you remember why I spray it with water? That's right, her hair is dry, and dry hair will pop a bubble. Now, I can't use the maniacal mohawk maker of mayhem to put fiery foam on her hair. There's no butane gas in that. There's only air. So I will use the fiery foamer of doom. Are you ready? Let's put that on her hair just like this. Whoa. I love the fiery foamy mohawk. Just like that. Now I'm going to need your help. We are going to count to 3, and when I do, I am going to light it on fire. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Look at that! Amazing! Let's give Vanessa a big round of applause. She says, thank you very much. Thank you, Vanessa. But you know, I bet there's somebody in the audience that really would like to try the fiery foam, but not on their heads. Let's go back to where we started. Let's put some fiery foam in somebody's hand. So I really am going to be looking for someone from the audience to try this. Let's see who's brave. Oh, kids, you can keep your hands down. I'm going to be picking an adult for this one. Oh, let's pick Mary. Let's give Mary a big round of applause. Mary, would you join me right over here, please? Right about there. And Mary, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Right-handed. Then put out your left hand, just like this. This is very safe, but we want to make sure that we're using the opposite hand. Now, Mary, in just a moment, I am going to put some bubble foam into your hand. That fiery foam will then be lit on fire. An actual flame will emit from your hands through the bubbles. Now, a bubble is made up of 3 layers. A layer of soap, then a layer of water, and then an inner layer of soap. And those 3 layers together only equal 1/20,000th the thickness of a human hair. So, Mary, there will only be 1/20,000th the thickness of a human hair separating your hand from the fiery doom. Everybody said, do it, Kyle! Okay, we're going to do it just like that. You keep your hand right there, Mary. I'm going to put the fiery foam of doom into your hand. Now, I promise that during this bubble trick, you will feel some heat, but you will not get burned. Oh, I can't turn it off, Mary. Uh-oh. Oh, that's like 4 times the amount I'm supposed to do. Oh, well. Here we go, Mary. Are you ready? Boys and girls, are you ready? Help me count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Give Mary a big round of applause. Great job, Mary. And you can go right back to... That's right. She can wipe her hands off. Usually I send people back and they just wipe it off on their jeans. Do not wipe fiery foam on your jeans. Well, so far today, we've had fiery foam. We've had foam with air in it. We've had bubbles with air. We've had bubbles with fog. We've had helium bubbles. But let's go on to bubbles that I've never seen before. Are you ready for bubble domes? Let's make some bubble domes. In order to make bubble domes, I need to spray a little bit of water on my bubble tray just to get it a little bit wet. And I'm also going to put a little bit of the bubble juice all around my bubble tray. I want to make sure that it's very slippery, very slimy, and nothing is dry at all. Bubble domes need to be slippery and slimy. I'm going to wipe my hands off, and then we're going to get started. Watch as I take a great big tube to create my first bubble dome. Whoa! Look, it's a bubble dome! But if one dome is fun, wouldn't 2 domes be even better? Look! 2 domes! Should we do 3? Let's do 3. I would have been better staying at 2. Let's create another dome. Just like that. Now let's see if I can put something inside the dome. I have a little rubber ball on a string. Let's see if I can put the ball inside the dome. Whoa! Look at that! The ball is inside the dome. It's a bigger bang bubble. But you know, if I put something into the dome, do you think I might be able to take something out? Let's find out. I'm going to start by making the dome. Now let's put a fog bubble on the inside. Watch this. Whoa! It's a bigger bang, say it with me, bubble! Well, let's see if I can put my hand back inside the bubble. You're such a great audience. Oh, I waited too long. I'll do that one again. Watch as I wave to all of you from inside the bubble. It's a bigger bang bubble. Well, I'm going to wipe my hands off from the bubble juice because I want to put something else inside the big bubble dome. Let's start with the dome. Now let's put in some fog bubbles. Whoa! More fog. And even more. Look at that. They're bigger bang bubbles. But you know, there is one more thing that I would like to put into a bubble. Can you guess what that is? People! I want to put some people inside the bubbles. So in order to do that, I need to move this bubble tray out of the way. I'm going to put that right over here because I need to fill my bubble basin full of bubble juice. So I'm going to need your help, boys and girls. I'm going to need you to help me say, don't spill the bubbles. Don't spill the bubbles. Don't spill the bubbles. Don't spill the bubbles. So far, so good. I'm not spilling the bubbles. Let's see. Can I get all 3 gallons inside without spilling? I did it! Give me a big round of applause. That's the hardest part of the whole show. I'm going to close this up, and then I am going to get my bubble wand. This great big bubble wand that is bigger than my head. And I'm going to let that soak right in here for just a couple of moments while I look for my first volunteer from the audience. I'm looking for someone who's sitting tall and straight with a big smile on their face. How about that girl right there in the blue t-shirt? Give her a big round of applause. Here she comes. Come stand right over here, right about there, and tell us what your name is. This is Kaylee. Everybody say hi, Kaylee. Now, Kaylee, I want you to stand up nice and tall and straight with your hands at your side with a big smile on your face. Because in just a moment, I am going to count to 3. And when I do, I am going to put a bubble right over your head. Are you ready, everyone? Kaylee, are you ready? Then everyone, help me count to 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Let's do that one more time, Kaylee. Smile big. 1, 2, 3. And give Kaylee a big round of applause. Take a big bow, Kaylee, and you can go right back to your seat. I'm going to be looking for one more person to come up. Would you help me, sir? Great, come right up here. That'll be great, absolutely. Thank you very much, sir. You stand right there. Tell everyone what your name is.
My name is Rick.
This is Rick. Everybody say hi, Rick. Now, Rick, you're a little bit taller. I'm going to have you come stand a little bit closer to the bubble basin right there, and I am going to attempt to put a bubble over Rick's head. Everyone help me count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And there it is. Give Rick a big round of applause. Great job.
wonderful way to stop the show. But I have a better way of ending this incredible bubble show. Would you like to see the biggest bubbles that anyone has ever created indoors? You would? All right, you've been a spectacular audience, so I am going to make the biggest bubbles on Earth. These are going to be the biggest bubbles that anyone has ever seen inside. If my bubbles are the biggest bubbles you have ever seen, I want you to clap. I want you to cheer. I want you to go absolutely bananas. Are you ready? Are you really ready? Then here we go. Whoa! Big Bang Bubbles are bigger bang bubbles! I hope you all had a great time at the show today, and I hope you learned a little something along the way. Remember, kids, if you love bubbles, or you love magic, or you love science, or you love ponies, anything that you love, you can find books about at your local library. Stop by the library. Let them know that Professor Toto sent you. They'll be glad you did. On behalf of everyone at Absolute Science and Bigger Bang Bubbles, I am Professor Toto. Thanks for coming to the show. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.